there is no set schedule, it's when it's needed. So, once your name goes on the board, we're good. We will probably have one the middle of January before testing, so.
Alright.
Coach K, Ray?
Yes.
Pam, step aside. Everybody else, run, push. This round, Mr. Caleb.
Nice.
On Pam, Mr. Bone.
I'm not passing it.
Nose the crowd up, turns. Dale Junior.
And inside. Oh, yeah.
15 more laps.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm just kidding, that's it. Just take regular time.
Did I mention that I ran 7 miles today?
Let's see.
I spent an hour and 10 minutes on the treadmill. I had to switch over because I had a time limit.
What the word? Humboldt is? Ever heard of that Humboldt?
I've heard of the word.
It's a type of squid. Do you know what hummus is?
Oh, yeah, the food.
Yeah, if you look in the dictionary, Humboldt and hummus, somewhere between the humility.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that too.
Everybody's doing their head now, doing the alphabet, right? Okay. Ray?
Yes, sir.
Big Choice Park, stretch forward.
I can't stand still now. Sucks. So how's your day, Mr. Garvey?
Productive
You.
in ways that I did not anticipate. The only thing I didn't get done today was writing. Fishing is enjoyable but not productive.
Well, it depends if you catch food.
I was gonna say, if you catch a lot of fish, it's effective.
See, we're catch and release people. Turn to your left. I'll tell you exactly what fishing is for me. Therapy. Stress relief. Back in the middle. Which is not nearly as important now as it was 7 months ago.
So you throw the fish back.
I do.
They must be annoyed about that. Just get sucked back in the water for no reason, and then throw them back in.
Well, there's plenty of reason. Turn to your right, mainly to keep me happy.
Maybe the fish learn to listen when you get caught,
They do.
and then they say, that's not gonna happen to me.
That absolutely happens. Back in the
The
middle,
ones are so hard to catch.
good. Feet together. Stretch. And come up.
Okay? Ready? Everybody sit down. Alright, right foot in, left foot out, and stretch. And while we are stretching, I will have a conversation about this week's events, or important events. And I got permission from her mother to share this publicly. Miss Carrie and Matthew Tammy, y'all don't remember her, but we had a student named Mia. Miss Mia was the youth class leader before Miss Sadie, and she has been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. Is anybody not aware of that? Miss Cameron, you okay? Sure? Ma'am? They did surgery on her today. It was formed around her kidney. They were able to get all of the mass off of her kidney and her spleen. They were afraid they might have to take a spleen, but they didn't. It was huge. It was a 3-pound tumor. But she's doing well, and they think that all the treatment will be successful, and we're just waiting to hear now what kind of cancer it is. Stretch behind the bent knee.
The doctors have been very aggressive with the treatment. They just found it last week. So they've gotten on top of it pretty quick.
Switch. Mia, Mr. Sampson and Mr. Simba were our first 2 students that we ever had. Miss Mia was the third one. She was the third student I ever signed up after we restarted Dojo back in 2015. And she stayed with it until they moved to Texas. She was here 6 years. Stretch behind the bent knee. And that's something I had never thought of until right then talking about it. I can say with pride that the first 8 students that I had at this dojo made it at least a brown belt. 7 of them made all the black belt, 7 out of 8.
She was still taking karate there.
Yes, she had tried several different forms, systems, and couldn't find anything that suited her. Switched back, and she had just recently switched over to Taekwondo because they couldn't find a good karate school. I remember when she sent the message after they moved over there, but her mom sent a message to the Mojo Kai group page, and I'm paraphrasing, was made me very proud, but it said something to the effect of, you guys don't know what you have there until you go out and try to find something that's good somewhere else. So that made me mixed emotions, stretch forward, because of course I wanted her to continue training and get some benefit, but come up for the feet. Stretch forward. Come on, Matthew. Get them feet open. Come on. There you go. On a less heartfelt topic, stretch your left, turn Mr. Caleb. I want y'all to think about this. I'm gonna give you 2 or 3 minutes to think about it. Since we're about to turn the new year, think about, I don't care what your resolutions are, because I know what resolutions are worth. Think about things you'd like to achieve in the upcoming year. What are some goals you'd like to set for yourself? And, then what you plan to do to make those goals happen. Back to the front. To your right. Back to the front. Ms. Carey, you need to leave at 8 tonight, ma'am? Butterfly? Pull forward. Push down on the knees.
Sure,
Yes, sir.
I kinda got a blister on my foot, so that's,
Kinda, or you have one?
I have one.
Okay.
Looking for others because my whole foot hurt, well, both feet after the run.
Talking about it. Quit talking about it yourself. And that's, is that right, one? Is it how you put in the foot, is it how you put it?
Yes.
I thought so. Also, what kind of shoes do you run? No.
I never wear dress shoes or anything.
Feet back to the front,
It's always, just regular tennis shoes.
Nike, Converse,
Yeah, I'm wearing Nikes today.
You should try zero shoes.
that's what I had. Also,
It does, we don't have, zero shoes.
mine's zero balance. You got
Zero
it,
drop,
ma'am?
zero drop,
Zero drop.
big white toe box.
The guy that told him he was a marathoner. He said those are the shoes that he wears when he runs his marathons. And I wore them this weekend for the first time on the boat, and for the first time in probably 4 years, I didn't have a backache at the end of the day.
I was gonna say, you probably have really good feet since you're barefoot most of the time.
That's fair.
Here. And so putting on shoes will only make you hurt.
It does, my lower back is a mess every time I go. Butterfly, I'm not butterfly, bullfrog.
Yeah, always wear tennis shoes, I almost never wear tennis shoes.
Right, there's a difference between tennis shoes and running shoes. You do running shoes. And there's, I expected to be like super expensive, and they weren't.
We're like, how much?
I think I paid $120, $130 pair for that.
This is expensive, yeah, I should pay 20.
Two feet of that with that.
I said, I don't know, you know, how those expensive shoes.
Expensive shoe, yeah, very expensive. Nike's Icons are just like 60, and that's.
You bought a pair of Nikes for $60, flea market? I know they've sold, I know they make Nikes that cheap. Alright, relax.
Relaxing.
Alright, Mr. Caleb, goals for the upcoming year and how you gonna make them happen?
I don't know.
I literally give you 5, 10 minutes to think about it.
I don't know.
Okay, Mr. Alex?
By the end of the year, I should have my driver's license, maybe?
Okay,
If I take driver's ed in the first semester.
so you get your gold card?
Yes.
So, anyway,
Okay, so. Oh, I want to do full contact. And my plan to do that is just outlast the other person. That's why I'm doing a lot of cardio. Wait, what? I also want to fight multiple people in the ring. Wait, what was your goal? Full contact. He rolls his eyes because he knows that
he rolls his eyes because it sounds like torture to him, so. So your goal on how you're gonna make it happen is just outright your opponent.
That's part of it.
Mm-hmm,
Mm-hmm.
mm,
Mm-hmm.
mm. Boy, you got a lot going on. Yes, Pam?
Like it.
Like, go, yes, ma'am. And how we gonna make that happen?
Work on
There you go, Cole. Don't know, I'll take it from him, he's 14. We'll circle back around. Tammy? Goals for the upcoming year?
Go smaller.
I'm sorry?
Go smaller.
Grow taller.
And how do you make that happen?
Get
I do. Maybe I'll eat.
Here's your question, here's your question, you gonna share that with Susan?
Oh.
That's so bad.
I don't really, Miss Carrie, I'm just gonna.
I'll do you breakfast, I eat all the meals, okay?
Green.
It's just,
Greenbelt,
yes, sir.
that's a pretty easy goal, I think. For you, for some people no, but for you, I think it'd be pretty easy. Matthew,
Same thing as Alex.
I don't remember what Alex was.
It was a draft.
Driver's license, okay, boy, y'all are terrible at this. I mean, thinking about what goals are.
I can't really say that grades, so.
You got straight A's?
Yes, sir. Nothing,
I know that.
nothing below under 7.
I agree.
Mr. Mathematics Genius.
I have 400 except for 2 of them.
For those of you who do not know, Mr. Caleb is a legitimate mathematics genius. He's like,
Science.
and science, yes, Mr.
And so
Caleb.
that's all.
Between Humboldt and Hummus. You don't get it, it's a joke, you get it. Goals. If you see something ahead of you, like getting your driver's license, that's something that is most likely going to transpire just because it's that time in your life. Okay, it's not really something that you're putting out there to challenge yourself. Goals should be something that's at least something of a challenge. So I'm glad in different ways we're having this conversation because you need to learn how to set goals for yourself. You need to understand what they are, what they mean to you, and then what it takes to set that. Goals should never be something that you can just walk into. You want them to be something that you have to work for. And if there's anybody here who has not heard my conversation on work, it goes, and this is a short version of it, work does not mean what people think that it means. Most people think they work for something when they put in just a little effort. That's not work. You don't start working for something until everyone else has quit. And when you're doing that extra that no one else will do, then you're working. If you're doing the same effort that everybody else is doing, that makes you average. Never strive to be average. Never be satisfied with average. Now, I don't mean at every single thing you do, because there are going to be things for all of us that you're just average at. Okay? What is my favorite pastime? Not probably this is a pastime.
Fishing.
Fishing. I am at best average at fishing. Doesn't mean I like it anymore or I like it any less. But you know what I don't do?
Competitive.
I don't work at it. When I go to have fun, not work. So you, ma'am,
He does?
occasionally, not on a high level, just go to local clubs, but that's not work for me, and it's not something I have this vision of being a professional fisherman. So that's just one example for me. There are things in your life that you enjoy. For some of you, it may be karate. I like it, but it's not something I really want to be the best at ever, so I'm not really going to work at it. And if that's your goal, or that's your, that's not a goal, but if that's your approach to it, then that's fine for you. It's obviously not what I want for you, because I understand the real value of karate and what it can do for you later down in your life, for the young ones. But set real goals. Set things that make you have to challenge yourself and work for, and learn to do the work. That's the real value of goals. All right, wait, stand up.
But you hold it to your
Did you, oh yes, I did come back around. What is your goal?
Liz,
I have quite a bit, actually, but,
Good.
one is I want to get stronger.
Okay.
Physically and mentally. I want to get stronger.
So one thing, and she and I talk about this quite a bit, for myself, very simply, yakunari. Yakunari. It means be better. And for me, what I mean by be better is be a better example. Because I'm not always the best example. One thing that I struggle with is language. I'm working I did 26 years as a cop. That's kind of the environment for learning bad language. So I'm working really hard to overcome that and not use that language anymore, and have done a real good job over the last 2 or 3 months of curtailing that back. Now, if I get cut off in traffic, there are still those moments. A big 6-pounder come off the line, you know, but find ways like that you can make yourself better. Another thing for me is being more mindful of courtesies. I don't say thank you enough. I don't show appreciation enough. Even when I feel it, I'll say it and show it. Now, that's a fairly standard human trait, but I'm not looking to exemplify standard human traits. I want to exemplify something better. The reason that's important to me is not because I care about what other people think about me. It's important to me because I'm showing you what's a better way. And leading by example is important to me personally. I had a thought cross over my head for a second, but forgot to do it right away. Anyway, always finding those ways to improve yourself as a person. Gratitude and mindfulness. Trying to be more mindful. Anyway, hard goals. All right, everybody grab a shield. We're going to need one more. I'll go grab that.
Liz, right?
Sir?
Right.
First thing.
Good to see you, Terry. You don't see me, so.
I hope everyone had a good Christmas. I hope you got at least one thing that you wanted.
And if you ask for snow, don't let me know. There will be issues.
Well, I asked for something better,
And snow,
freeze. So I can buy meat.
you ever see one of those that's 8 feet long?
Yeah, they're ridiculous.
I know I have one, or I had one. Slang full, then you name I had it.
You had venison, you didn't share.
Well, I had venison in a freezer in a house I don't own anymore, so.
Sir, are we gonna be punching?
Yes.
Can I get my gloves?
Let me think how we're gonna do this. Everybody get your gloves, and we will move into the punch bowl again. I was thinking about what we're gonna start with, but we won't be doing that.
My husband made fun of me. He said, the gifts I requested were things that all of us can benefit from. And so it's not really a gift. And I told him, but you're not asking for it, and you wouldn't just get it for yourself, so I'm asking for you to get it, so we can have it. So it's a gift to me.
Thank you.
Yeah, we made a decision that, I think we have 2 at home. Yeah, we took 2 of them home. We put it here.
We had to be creative this year in order to include our daughter because, you know.
I have a very similar problem. Someone will ask for things. So I just have to randomly,
It's
all right, let's see, who is Miss Pam? What's she doing? She walked out? She didn't?
She wants to go to the girls.
Oh, okay. So I have to pay very close attention, and sometimes call her sister.
My sister's like that.
She has a twin. There, yeah.
No, we don't.
No, people out there from the same family. You can borrow any pair in the building except for those. All right, partner up, personal size, let's see, Mr. Taylor works with Tammy, Mr. Ramon working with Pam, there you go. Good. And when it's time for you to work, I'll hold your shield, because I don't want you knocking her down. All right, shields on that side. You're not gonna need the gloves for the first set, you can leave them on if you want, you're not gonna need them. If you're holding the shields, obviously you put the gloves on. So, for those who are testing, and Ms. Pam, for you too, if you're gonna come help judge, testing this time will be a little bit different. We have a minimum of 14 white belts that are testing this time between the 2 dojos, so we're gonna do white belts first. Just white belts, so we'll test them at 9. I think the board says white and yellow belts, and we'll change that to be just white belts. Then everybody from yellow belts up will test and agree together. 14, that's gonna be crazy. All right, Valley Joe, plus. All right, we're gonna start off, power front kicks. Hold that. Power front kicks. All right, control and sit. Try to move or try to control it at the end if you can. Control at the end is less important than the power. Do it again. All right, out. Try to move it. There you go, good. Good, come on, swing it. That's good, good, Matthew, give him a good target. Ready for your tail? You gotta move her. Through the target, come on, you push him, swing it. That's a little better, hit it in the middle, not the top. You touch it, come on, kick. Come on, hard. That's a little better, come on, move. All right, good. Come on. Come on, kick like you mean it. Come on, hard. Hard, man, come on. You beat something. That's not even fair. All right, give me 10. Okay. There you go. You should go do these next. Come on.
I don't want to push kick.
No, no. At the very end, push through the heel. There you go. Now, Miss Carrie, how many of our 10 kicks we've actually stopped in the tackle?
At least 5.
Matthew, how many of his 10?
8.
8. Tammy, how many of his 10 was actually stopped in the tackle?
I'm sorry, maybe like 1.
Yeah. Okay, so the next thing that I want, when you're working these, hang on, when you're working these, the next thing that I want, I wasn't watching everybody, but I assume most everybody doing some of the same things. I did see Mr. Caleb and Mr. Ramon doing this, Mr. Ramon more so than Mr. Caleb. In between kicks, you're trying to find that perfect position, that perfect posture. You should be able to stand from here, you kick, just with power like that. Okay, challenge yourself to be able to do it from any position. You don't get to choose how you're standing when that kick is needed. Understand? So be able to do it. It's fine if you stand this way while you're doing it for practice purposes, but don't, all this constant adjustment. Set yourself, kick. Set yourself, kick. After you kick, and that foot touches the floor, you should get ready to kick again, right again, without any of this. Was? Sir.
How much of Mr. Ramon's kicks could stop him from doing?
9 minutes, well, 8 out of 10. I'll give you 8.
There's a blister.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Switch.
there's a blister right here. That hurt a
On the
lot.
Band-Aid.
No, sir.
Okay. Here we go. Let me see this carry. Wait again. Here you go. At the end of your kick, at the very end, you got to kind of up here, and kind of push your heel forward a little bit. Oh, yes, that's bump good. Good. Now, what you'll find is when your hips are in the right position for maximum power, your balance will also be there. So try to find that. You're overreaching. There you go. There you go. That's a chance to work on it there. He's ready. All right, go. Push it, swing. Yes. Now, same thing that will hurt. Jerry in here. Swing it here. Cool. You got the right idea? Push it, that's swung. Oh, come on, man, listen, Pop, do it, come on. You moving. Do it again. Now you're getting there. Wait, Shane, come on. Just Pam. Good. Oh, she's strong. Make it go good. Make it good. All right, here we go. Give me 10 of them. Work your way through it. Okay. Let's go. Well, let your hips go out of alignment. That way. You already right there, right? All this is time. Push your hips to the kick. That's better. Come on. Look, at the same time, let your hands do this. All right, go. You have your kicks on the side this way, you're kicking them off. Kick straight. Kick. Go. See that hand, look way out there, pull it back in. Cover your body, cover your body. Now, kick. There you go, come on. See this? There. Now, that's better. Keep them in tight. Keep everything. There you go. Go. Yes, cover, kick. Alright. Alright, ready? Other leg. Alright, show me toe. That's good. Follow through it. Have more of a swing to it. Oh, that's even better. Alex. What? The good you got. Come on. Hit it. See right what's going on right now? You're too close. Your distance is wrong. Right. No. Remember what I told y'all? I showed y'all this a couple weeks ago. How much, when we talk about distance control, how little it really needs. You hear that now? Okay? Distance control is not by feet, it's literally by inches. Go.
Scooting back. Yes.
Go for it. Now push. There you go, that's better. Come on. Good. Come on. Alright, good. Everybody ready? You can. Go. All through. Taking this way. Push it. Across this way, straight. There you go. Alright, now, I'm going to show you how to do this. Go to switch. I'm going to show you how to do this, and I want to take the practice. I'm not going to do counts, I'm going to do sets. Short range front kicks. This is it's showing style to the front, extended, right? Want to do in close. So in close, you want to be basically you can hit it with your knee on it, all right? But you just short chopping front kick this way. You can still hit with power like that. Yes, ma'am?
Should we do our other leg first?
Yes. I do. I'm gonna do it every night. Y'all know I am. Let's do the other side. All right, ready? Should we scary? Good. You get the hang of it. Thank you. What in the world? Come on. Come on, kick. Push your hips into it. Now you're a little too close. There you go. That's good. Bam. Alright, that's good enough.
Goes down.
Rubber ball that hits the knee. Alrighty, you can go. Think about what your objective is here. Being able to kick that person and cause injury.
Only if you're in the right place. Sir, Pam start in a closing position, or does she talk to us?
Whatever's most comfortable for her.
If we're comfortable with that.
That's a good kick. That's a great form. That's why it feels so powerful, because it's a good form. All right, switch. And short range. Right foot, short range. Give me 10 over, go.
Sir,
Ma'am.
how close?
As close as you can get it done. That's right, that's good. So what's in front of you? There you go. Nice, now go. Kick it. Touch your kick. Up, swing up. Swing up. Okay, not the other. Try to push it this way. That's the come on. Now, what you do, okay, as you go on. yourself, you're hitting the surface of it. Right? That's for you,
Here,
you got none.
that's so much.
Right? That's how far I'm hitting. Get rid of that effect. Okay, so that's actually hard.
I can take more.
Lean back, and into it. Hold on, there you go. Your elbows in the face, so. Matthew, because you shield, it's a big part of the wraps around. Not good. All right, other side. Right foot if you can. Short little mini front kicks. There you go. Like you step behind the I know you're taking, Ken. I know that's, you're taking.
Closer. Just closer.
Alright. Just do hard front kicks.
Careful with that hip.
There you go. The front kick. Good. Really good. Alright, so side moves will take care of this and real good. This is our first side on this, right?
Second side, sir.
Okay, switch. And we're going to do the other leg. Good. Let him, hold for him and let him do his left side short kick. Short side, short kick, ready to move. All right, everybody stop. So this is what most people are doing. When you get in close, you want to lean back, you're trying to push because you're thinking too much about the extension. This is not a kick you're going to get extension from. This is short this way, snap, okay? The power is going to come from the pop, from the knee. All right, try knee, go. That's better. Good. That's right. More swing from the knee.
I know, it keeps like,
Yeah, because you're actually going into the target at the person who's holding over your toe. You good? Switch. I'm gonna let her do both feet, just the hand for the first side, okay? This is second person, second side, right?
yes,
All
sir.
right, let's go. Yes, ma'am. All right. So at face value, what this kick looks like is it looks like it has very little impact or usability.
Awesome.
What in the world? There you go. So what this shield is called a coach's shield. So when you talk about coach's shield, this is what I'm referring to. This is hard on these guys, it's not soft like these things. So you've got to still hold tight, okay? So when you kick with this kick, and I'm gonna let him be the one that talks about this, how it feels like when it hits you. There you go. No. Okay? So I'm gonna about 30%, okay? I'm gonna try to less than half, all right?
It goes up. So you can feel the force come up from the center, and it drives up that way.
Exactly. What you're trying to do is you're trying to take the lower part of the abdomen and you're pushing it, just like you said at that angle.
You can feel it too, it pushes all your internal stuff up.
So about 50%, just a little bit harder, okay? Now, notice when you see, look at the energy my body has, I put very little energy into it. It all comes from the knee,
Same thing, but just much stronger.
okay? Now, talk to them about if the coach's shield was not there.
Oh, yeah, I would definitely be curled over, not breathing, because it almost knocked the breath out of me. I saw it, I felt it in the solar ones as well.
So, the reason I'm saying that, and anybody wants to put it on and feel this, I'll let you do it. I'm not gonna keep you hard, I'm not trying to hurt you. Come in.
Feels weird.
This is as close as you're gonna get to knowing what it really feels like to get kicked. And I don't care if you know what it feels like for me to kick you. What I care about is if you know what it feels like when you kick somebody. So when you learn how to do these kicks, front kick is a traditional front kick is a much different animal, okay? Kind of good, okay, I'm gonna give you about 50%. This is a long kick, it's still the same angle, but it's extended more, okay? So it still has that same power behind it, but talking about how it feels different,
It doesn't go as much as the main push,
okay? Because the way you're pushing through, okay? So the damage that gets caused by the traditional front kick is how far it goes this way. You need to be able to do them all. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all, we're gonna practice this in here in just a minute. Could you go over how it is? There you go. We'll watch you here, round kick, here, okay? But, we're gonna do it with our foot on the front kick, okay? Actually, it's more like a side kick. You're gonna come around, you're gonna kick it this way, like that. Same leg angle, everything, you're just kicking with the ball of the foot. So, I'm gonna do about 25–30% traditional round kick. Okay?
It was all in one spot. It doesn't move around like the front kick.
Okay? Now, this is called the combat round kick.
Yep, all in one spot. It just lets it drive in a hole.
Now, which one felt like it had more damage potential?
The combat room.
Yes, because you're closing the area of impact. Think about it like this. If you take a bow and you hit it flat, all right? It's called diffusion. You're diffusing the area of impact. But hold it long ways and hit it this way. Which one has more actual potential to be damaged? The same principle, okay? So when everybody try this combat round kick a few times. Was on the shield. You do that, huh?
Alright,
Yes, ma'am, we got,
just run normal.
Okay.
Angle side, okay? Do around.
we're going the traditional way, and if the person's doing the kick, just come on to the side like this.
You're looking at that.
All right?
So, we're hitting the, so we're hitting the,
Yes. Just like that.
we're hitting it with the whole of it.
As much as range as you like.
Let's look for a few times, just feel it.
I just feel that one. Flat.
Same motion. Upside here. There you go. All right, now, what's happening is the angle of your feet is kind of going this way, your hips is going like this. That's better. For that. Good. Much better. Can you see that? No, you still gotta come around to the side. That's good.
I'm stuck there.
Yes.
As soon as I get heated,
You're supposed to be done. You're doing
Yeah,
this.
so you're doing the rock kick, you
This is your change position. Instead of here.
There we go, yes.
You got it. And roll the other. Yes, you're trying to be like front kick or the back. That's what you said. Nine. Put that shield on, you can really feel it. There you go, that's good. Here, high. High as you need. Yes.
I just see you, I just.
Good.
I just you.
No, you're doing the same thing he was. You're doing your knees like this, almost straight on the front kick, to the side. You got chamber off the side there. Yes. No. You, like, just like a front kick. You keep the ball like this.
This,
No. Like, same part as like a front kick. Like a little, you're picking your knee up here, but before you kick, you're doing this. And your kick's coming up. Keep that knee up and around. Turn, you gotta turn. Taylor. Better. That's better than swing your foot. Okay, don't hit your toes, that's gonna hurt. He probably just did, didn't it? Come on. Get it, come on. Swing it. Look, you keep coming this way, get out of line with the target. Back up. Every time you keep, you come this way a little bit. Go. That's better. Alright, I see you do yours.
Sorry.
Okay.
What's that? Let's try.
Get your fingers out of the way, silly. Oh, nice. Now, for all of you who are not biologists, the target in this Pam here is a very lethal target. It's called the groin. This is the perfect striking target for this kick, because that would stop an attacker in a heartbeat. Okay? Alright, I'll move to the more. Oh, that's nice. That's good. You feel that I can hear it.
You sure we don't want those back?
Oh, no, of course. You good. Nice. Okay, other side.
Nice.
You might want to use that.
Alright,
In this,
there you go.
Don't want to hit hard. No, because my foot doesn't feel right.
Alright, so Nicole just asked a question, I'm share with everybody. She asked a question, how do I chamber back? Remember what I said about the front kick? The chamber back in these kind of drills is much less important than the actual kick. There's a difference between training your traditional type kicks where you're trying to get your balance and your form right and training for power. Power, the emphasis and the importance of it ends at the point of contact. So, but the answer to the question is, the way you get your balance back on this is when the kick lands, you've got to learn to let the weight of your body lean on the target. Okay, think about it like this. If I kick here, and I stop and pull back, okay, that's got a certain level of difficulty on it, right? Talking about just the pulling back, because I'm stopping, then I'm pulling, right? But if I kick here, and I actually use the target to push back with, then the return is much easier, right? So you gotta learn to let that kick rest on the target for your shooting, transfer weight into the target, then use that to push off with. Does that make sense? Kenny and gone. That's one way of looking at it, yes. All right, go.
I'm not kicking hard, I don't wanna do this wrong.
Not up down, from the side. Coaching, you see his angle of his knee, like that.
Now, if there's a position,
And we run the position of the muscle.
so back is your knee this way, right here.
Yeah, and this one.
Oh, that's a good one.
They're all around.
Knee points your hand is right here.
Okay.
Back
You're
is
going to
your
do
knee.
so that's it, that's your next continuity code? Yep. Or-
Yeah.
All right. Have we done both, people both sides? All right, switch, the other person, the other side. Like me. Open your stance. Bring you back to the rim, more, there. You gotta try, it, trust me.
I know.
Oh, really? See, you look at your legs like this, instead of like this. Yes. That's right. A little more hip curves, Caleb, you got it. Yes, sir, that's a good one. That's a good one. Are you mad here? There we go.
That last one was really good.
More hip turns, Caleb.
Set yourself off.
Come on, Gary. You'll be like new age kind of pop music,
Now, your back foot.
jazz,
There you
Gary Conner Jr. He was a pianist, he's got that hair.
go. And it'll be easier.
Good, now.
I like this. This part is where you get it.
That's the one right there. Now, you really pop that knee. Yes, sir. All right, now, I want to do this with everybody. I've never thought about this before, it's opening up probably on this one. Just leave that. So when you're doing these kicks, I'm gonna do this so you can feel this. Good luck. So, what most people do, close your eyes, feel this. When most people kick, this is what your hips feel like, right? So let me control it. This is what you do. They feel that, is that right? Is that what it feels like? You turn. Yes? Okay, I want to be more this. Feel the difference? Okay. Close your eyes. This is almost always what everybody does, is this. Feel that? Is that what it feels like when you try to do your round kick? I'm not doing for power, I'm doing for angle, for rotation. Yes, no? I want it to be this. Feel the difference? Okay? I've talked about this before, and I've talked about it. That's what it probably feels like when you do your round kick, yes? Maybe yes, maybe no, yes or no? I wanted this. No. Tight. See, this is a broader circle, see? Almost, your hip almost comes out and then around. This way. Tight, see? So what it feels like when you round kick and you turn? Okay. This. Feel the difference? Okay. No. You got it out of it here, but you don't have it here. Okay? So, kick your leg like you're going to kick. You just did. See what's happening there? Look where your hip is. Okay? You rotate it at right angle. Do it again. No. Right there. Do it again. This is where you're going. Say, I need pressure. Do it again. Put it down. Do it again. Feel that? Go. Feel that? No. Do it again. I'm not gonna manipulate you the same way. You're left leg. Okay? So when you're left leg. Okay? So when you round kick, this happens, right? It should be this. Feel that? Okay? If you learn to control that angle, yes, ma'am?
So I feel a difference, but I don't understand what the difference is.
Okay. So, and then y'all heard me talk about this before. When you rotate to kick, if I stand just like this and they made a pipe that hit perfectly around my hips, right? Let's just say a hula hoop, perfectly around my hips, okay? When you rotate to do your kick, if you look in the mirror, okay, when my hips rotate, they do not do any of this. They don't come out of that alignment. In other words, you put it a different way. If you took two 2x4s and you put them side by side, they were the exact length of the width of my hips. When I rotate, my hips aren't going to hit those 2x4s. Okay? They're perfectly inside that diameter. Understand? What most people do is when they rotate to kick, there's this little bit of this. And your kick, your rotation actually goes out. I'm exaggerating, but it goes out this way and then comes back into your angle. So it looks like this, okay? Watch this one. It's supposed to rise a little bit, so it's going to come from here to about here, okay? But it should not come out here not even an eighth of an inch. So most people, when they kick, I'm going to do it kind of loose and sloppy. Watch how far this comes out here. Tell you what. I wish I had some still. Anyway, just watch right here how far it comes out. See where my hip is here, and it started here. See how much that is? Okay? Instead, what you want is you want that perfect, quick turn. Think about it like this.
Instead of that.
Yes. Has anybody not played with a spinning top? You know what a spinning top is? Spin real fast.
All of those things.
Until it starts revolving. I wish I had a coin. Anybody ever take a coin and spin the coin, and it rotates?
Constantly.
Okay, you spin. What happens when it starts to wobble? And it does what?
It goes into this.
It goes.
Boom, and it starts doing this, right? Instead of, the faster it goes, the more it stays in place. The scientific term is centrifugal force. But when it starts to slow down and get off balance, it starts to wobble, and it'll start doing this, right? So you want that tight turn. That tight turn is what's gonna give you more power, more control over your kick, right? Something to think about. All right, other side. Did everybody did both sides of both legs?
No,
I
sorry.
didn't think so. All right, go.
You're good. Yes. Back. Oh, you're hitting this. The ball. This from the. If that makes sense.
Treat that knee like it's a sling. Yeah, rotate that. Now, spin it around.
And keep hitting.
There you go, Tammy. A little more rotation. Now, close that rotation. Get tight. Now, when you get to this position, you should go ahead and start spinning that back bottom leg.
Oh,
Yep. Did it hurt?
a lot.
Did you split your toenail?
I hit all the toes.
Did you split your toenail? Like, did you separate your toe, the flesh of the toenail?
No,
Okay,
no.
you good.
Every single time I take one,
Well, let's try to avoid that, it's called tape. Let me see if you'll come. The more rotation, push that bottom knee. There you go, that's a good one, so you moved it. All right, good. Now, here's some ideas for you to practice over with Caleb. Doing these same kicks we just did, all right? Now, get the short-legged, short distance front kick, right? Right. Seal. Okay, do it off your front foot. Okay, snap kick. The reason I had him hold that shield so you feel what it feels like. Okay, how can I explain this to some teenagers? In my previous job, in my previous job, I had the misfortune of having to do karate at some times. Okay, really, like people force me, I'm gonna have to hit them, I'm gonna have to hurt them. When you're in a situation like that, it's amazing how much your training comes back to you, or at least it did for me. Okay, so these kinds of things, snap and fold a person where they stand. You know how much value that has to you when you're actually in the thread? So when you get the timing and the balance, and you can do that, but you have to put time in. You have to, what you're doing is you're doing this. So your leg never pops, your balance. You want to put that. So you're doing this. Watch the angle. Like that. It's got to come from the knee. These techniques I'm showing you now, and the next one too. So the more this happens, the more that happens. Okay, and that's about 10%. You can hear the bag. If I just, see, I just kind of scrub, but then you add just a little bit of go through, you can hear that bag. Okay, that's what you want. Literally, that. Hold the shield, man. Hold the shield out. Okay? Hold it around. Literally, this, one off the hand down. If you hit just right in the solar plex, that. Just, I mean, it's just simple, easy quick. Karen said, no, I'm not doing that. Just front leg, it's just front leg pop. That's all it is. Okay?
Alright, let's try it without the bag.
See how easy that is? And when you hit anywhere in this zone right here, it moves the rib cage, which collapses the diaphragm. What happens when the diaphragm collapses?
Your lungs,
What moves your lungs?
your
The
diaphragm.
diaphragm. The diaphragm is the muscle that makes the lungs work. So when you collapse the diaphragm, guess what they don't have?
Air.
Here's the cool thing, the way your body works. If they're on exhale, they can't get any in. If they're on inhale, it's locked in. So you see them sitting there, inhale when you hit them, they're just kind of standing there going.
So inhale is.
They look like a zombie just standing there going, I'm like, yeah.
Exhale is worse.
Oh, yeah, if you get on the exhale, it's much worse.
Because they can't get air in.
Right. It literally feels like you're suffocating. All right, next kick. We'll do this on both legs, not you. This is a dangerous kick for your knees. Okay? Facing that way. We talked about this the other day. We're going to do this one off the back leg. This is called a good. Watch it, Gary. Inside out round kick. So a round kick comes from the outside here. We're going to do it from the inside out.
Oh, awesome.
Okay? So it looks like this. Okay, hold it tight. Ready? Again, this is about 30% or so. Okay? Now, about 50%. So, watch the angle of my foot. First of all, watch my knee. See how my knee's moving in? Tight. Then, the kick angles not this way, but this way. And what are we doing? Same as before. From here to here. That way. Okay? Oh, it's, see what I mean by back your knees?
When was that person used? I hope it was in
That I don't know. I used to do what's called a Brazilian round kick. I can't do it anymore because I'm not flexible enough. But I would literally pick my knee up here, and I would bring my round kick down. On a Brazilian round kick. Yes. I remember the first time I landed that in a tournament. Yeah. You heard the entire crowd go, what in the witchcraft? I didn't know, I thought I had a name at the time, I just did it.
Sorry, so this question.
Oh, it is. Some of the ones that actually understood that was different. They go, what? I was kind of,
Who doesn't have a bag?
what are those extra now? All right, here we go.
Suckers.
Good up on Washington.
Sir, I didn't really see it, so.
Oh, my translation, I was saying, sir. All right, turn this way. Across the knee, and work it down. That's right. Oh, good. Now, everybody show me what you do. The hip rotation. You're going to point the hip up coming across the body here, then as the knee comes up, you're going to roll it back out. Switch.
It feels so weird right there.
It feels very good.
Has to be straight.
Does anybody know who Michael J. White is? Michael John White? Anybody know who he is?
I know Michael.
Yes, ma'am. He's an actor, very, like, look him up, Michael Jai White, J-A-I, White. Black guy, tall, real fit, he's in a lot of, action movies. Okay? He was in one of the,
Mission Impossible.
something like that, one of those shooting movies. Anyway, he's a very famous actor, but he's also a traditional martial artist. He's the first one I ever saw go this one in competition.
That's a program.
All right, good, let me see it then. Oh, you back there. Yeah, if you want to do it from this side, we'll bring that to it. There you go. All right, so start your knee this way. Now, before you get back out, yes, sir. That's good. That's right, a little less loose, loose, too big. That's right. Push, smack it. That's right, now more quick to it. There you go. Don't put your face down there, too. Actually, you're not nearly that comfortable. That's not bad. A little more out this way. Roll your hip, no, not about it. Roll your hip. No. Here, and then come back.
Right here.
That's right. Now you feel this too much.
I'm feeling really right here. What I try to do is, I try to go into the front stance right after the pull. Because my body naturally wants to go to this position.
Good, that's a good one right there. There you go. Switch, my leg. Let's go. Just hold the target, now adjust the target. Which leg you gonna play?
See if I can do this. Focus on your angle. Remember what your angle is supposed to look like. Catch the bottom of the abdomen and push it up. It's the same angle as the front. Switch. Second person, second side. Yes, sir.
This is the second person.
So I think there, is that wrong?
Go ahead and go, everybody go ahead and do your second leg and we'll watch her on this one. This is your,
Get right there again.
On the toes? Let me see again. It looks right. That sounds right. Is that the place that's hitting first, or is it that's part of the kick? Yeah, you probably not put your foot in it. Yeah.
Maybe not.
Try this, you're kind of standing like this. No, the angle looks good. The angle looks good. It makes me. No, that's not bad, man. Yeah. she has a right foot, and then whatever thing is over there.
I mean, it's still hitting that spot, but I feel it more on the whole.
Oh, yeah.
There you go, Shannon. A little more hip rotation. That's right. All these toes, that's gonna hurt. Oh, it's a good one. All right, everybody down, boys. Lay the shields against the wall, please. Go ahead and line up.
Thanks.
Like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. This video was sponsored by Mr. Potato.
Mr. Potato. That's a real Mr. Potato. And again, there are no people watching.